So, Dakar, you can start by telling us about the new trends in the horticulture sector. What are we looking at in terms of maybe increasing nutrition in the horticulture value chain? Yeah, and what that means for our country. And also, as I told you, you can talk about how much do we lose in terms of value, in terms of post-harvest process.
Yeah, when it comes...
how we correct that loss.
Oh, okay. When it comes to new trends, there are many. I think nowadays Kenyans are infatuated with names like dragon fruit. Everybody has gone dragon crazy. And with dragon fruit, we have other fruits that are really coming and taking a lot of space now, like gooseberry, what we call nadi, chimbunwe, nyatongolo, chinsobosobo. These fruits that people never thought about them, and they're fruits. They are coming in. Those are the new trends. When the other trend for new trends in horticulture is the issues of value addition. People are not just eating these foods or fruits and vegetables fresh. They're value adding them. Whether it's vegetables, the indigenous type, they dry them. Fruits, you see fruit juices, fruit bars everywhere. Kenyans are drinking a lot of fruit juice, and now even the salads. Salads have been around for almost 15 years, but the demand for fruit salads is unbelievable, and the way they're beautiful, because even when you're going, let's say, towards the coast at Imali, you get these fruit salad packs with watermelon, with a little bit of avocado, and they're very colorful to make you just want to eat even more. So you can just see the trends have changed, not just for Kenyans, but even those transporters, that we have now realized these fruits are more important. I don't know whether COVID did that, but there's a lot of consumption of fruits and vegetables. It has really gone up. Even though the prices have gone up, but people are still eating them, saying this is good for your health. So that's what we're now seeing. And because of these new trends, we have more jobs now being provided by the youth, because the youth are the ones who are driving these new trends, the making of the fruit juices. And now they've been moving from just juices and jams to even now using those fruits, particularly fruits, and some vegetables like zucchini in baking. So you're looking at even the final product of what we eat is a lot more healthy. Kenyans don't know why it's tasting nice. It's actually tasting nice because it's healthy. And those are some of the new trends that we're seeing right now. But the only big problem is the losses attributed to post-harvest losses. They're high. On tomatoes, we get up to 60% losses. Indigenous vegetables, 45 to 50%. So when you see a woman in the market standing on some rubbish, and you look at it, it's about a foot and a half high. That was once an indigenous vegetable that was never sold. So that is loss. But we accept the loss. But I always say, when we're losing 45% and you lose 45 billion, over 100 billion, is that okay? You know, when you say 45%, people think, 45%. Change that into money, because that's what it is. You're losing money. How do we stop that loss? Mango, 60% post-harvest loss. Banana, up to 75% post-harvest loss. Potatoes, it starts from the farm, 15%, it goes on to the market, 10%, then you add another 10% at the consumer level. So you're looking at potatoes, you're losing 45, 50%. Our land sizes are getting smaller, our populations are doubling every 17 to 20 years. We can't afford that. We don't need to increase any area under production. We just have to maximize production and productivity by reducing post-harvest losses. Yeah.
You said that consumption went up after COVID or during the COVID period. So what's the gap? What's the consumption gap that we have now?
We don't have a gap because Kenyans were overproducing. We were just losing a lot. But now, where we were losing quite a bit, now it's being consumed. For example, how many people used to bother to buy lemons? All of a sudden, lemons disappeared, and now they're back in the market because the trees have been planted, they're fruiting, and people are buying. Ginger was just by the Asian Arab communities. Now everybody's on ginger, drinking dawa. Honey, people used to pretend to put it in their tea, but now it's no pretense. They put in their tea, in their drinks, they've substituted sugar to honey. So you can see those consumption changes coming in. So citrus, that people would only buy if they had to buy an orange. Kenya, we have too many fruits. So orange will be the last one. But now, oranges have come on top, like this Pixie tangerine and many other varieties. KALRO, we have about 82 of them, of these citrus. And people are now buying and they are planting. And we can just see the demand for seedlings. And this is all over Kenya, where people are growing these citrus fruits. Citrus will soon compete with mango, avocado, and banana. Banana is still number one in production, in yield and value. It's number one, but it's soon going to be challenged by avocado first, and then after that, the citrus fruits. So that is where there's a big change.
Can you say that consumption of these foods since the COVID period has decreased?
No.
Has decreased the post-harvest losses, has helped decrease the post-harvest.
Yeah, because now they don't stay sitting on the shelf. They're being absorbed and bought and procured and used. And now people know you don't always have to eat it fresh. You can value add it. Those who have fridges, you can value add and put like spice so that it stays a bit longer. So that's what has helped reduce the post-harvest losses, because the loss was quite high at the consumption when you can't use everything because you want to eat it fresh.
It was 45 billion then.
Pardon?
It was 45 billion.
I'm just saying 45% loss. 45% over 100. So imagine if, let's say, avocado is worth, it's higher than that, 100 billion, and then you lose 45%. That's 45 billion going. I want Kenyans to understand when we say the losses of mango are 60%. 60% of what? Translate that into money. So that's what I'm trying to do so Kenyans can understand. We can't afford such losses. We can't.
Dr. What is the technology adoption rate when it comes to horticulture? Because the problem, it seems that the post-production, not
technology
at the production level,
never passes 60% adoption. Never. Where our extension is not yet strong, but by using mobile and digital extension, e-extension, we'll be able hopefully to change that. But right now, adoption of any technology will be about 60%. We have not yet surpassed that.
So what are some of the technologies that KALRO has, done?
How much time do you have me to answer that question? We have many. In Kenya, there are 423 crops, horticultural crops that can be commercialized. 423. 23. There are many. So it just depends on priority. We have to prioritize because we don't have money for everything. So at any one time, they're different. Like now, there's a lot of interest in avocado. We're number one in Africa, number 6 in the world. There's a lot of interest right now in mango, very climate resilient. We have a lot of interest in banana. We have a lot of varieties. For example, the new ones, plantain. Kenyans have become West Africans. We're eating a lot of plantain. So there's a very high demand for plantain right now, and even the consumption of plantain. So you see these trends coming and the shifts coming in. So with that, we have to adapt and embrace and develop technologies. For example, mango now, there's just one variety we're going to introduce in the country. We have the rest because of the demand for export subsector. But on mango is the issues of fruit flies that we've managed using the pheromones to attract the male insects. And then we also have mango weevil. That's what we're addressing. On things like avocado is the Phytophthora root rot. We're also addressing issues to do with anthracnose, which is a fruit rot fungus, and to see how to manage that because they're affecting a lot on trade. So now we choose those diseases and pests of economic importance to address so we can reduce the losses of that particular crop in the value chain. That's what we're doing.
This 423 and are they ready for release and you need maybe a private?
No, those are 423 that can be commercialized. In other words, you go to temperate fruits, for example, apple, peach, pear, plum. They're already there. You go to tropical fruits, mango, avocado, banana. Those are the tropical fruits, citrus. You go to underutilized fruits, guava, gooseberry. They're already there. You go to the underutilized fruits, zambarao. You know what zambarao is? They're there already. Kunazi. We're really trying to make sure that we get that planting material out so we don't lose our biodiversity, but we also create jobs. So we're trying to conserve our biodiversity through utilization. You understand? If we don't do that, we'll lose all that is good for us. By the time we need them, we're looking at some other country to bring them back in. So that's what we're doing. There are many. We can't do everything. Others is just propagation. How do you propagate? Nursery systems. Putting them back in the landscapes at the farmer level. That's what we're doing.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.